Because the I in you, which is saying that, is not really the life that you are. So the I, which you have identified with, to kill that, to lay down and allow that to die, leaves in its place reality. So if we are dedicated to dissolving the I, which we do when we lay down and meditate, and relinquish all of the activity of the I, the grasping of the identity, as that is relinquished and released, one experiences what we call death, and a leaving behind of the body, of the form. And in that revelation, it is seen, actually, the true I here is the identity of life itself, which is everywhere as one. We experience that as love and a return to love. So we use the language of dying. That is only for the I, the true, the illusory I. The true identity does not die. It cannot die. It has never died. It will never die. It is immortal, eternal. And enlightenment re-establishes you as that, even though you have always been that. But you have fallen into a lie of a wrong identity.
So you need to die to kill the illusion of death.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you have been living in a house with no windows, and there is a door, and the door is called death. There is no windows, and you know of no existence beyond the house. And inside the house, generations of people, humans, have lived and been born and died and gone through the door, and you know of no other experience. You know of nothing outside of that house. All you know is that at some point a person goes through that door and they never come back, so you think it's the end. There are maybe tales of belief in an afterlife outside of death. Well, if you could go through that door on your own consciously, which is what happens in deep meditation, and see that existence continues, experience continues, you know that death the whole time was an illusion. But yeah, there is no return. For the final death of the body, you leave it behind fully, because you're not really physical. You are an immaterial awareness which cannot die. And it is only an illusion. Any identity that arises in that is pure illusion. You know, I say it all the time when I play video games. I'm dying. My character died. Well, not really. The illusion of it did. One of my characters was eaten by a zombie, and now he is no more. Well, he never was to begin with, was he? He wasn't real in the beginning.
No.
It's a character in a story. But I'm connected to the story, and so I see my character dying. But he is not really there. It is pure illusion. And so the birth and life and death of that character was and always is and always will be pure illusion. But I am the player of the game. I am not really the character in it. And so I didn't die. But I can entertain the story and have a lot of fun with the character.
Right.
While I fight the zombies.
Literally.
Literally.
Okay,
So does that answer the question in some way?
Yeah, it does. So the process of dying or reaching this goal of death. So you're in this house, the door is death, and you walk out that door and you see everything for what it is, and then you come back into the house. How does life change from there?
It changes everything. It changes absolutely everything. Every atom of your experience. Too much to describe. You need to simplify the question a bit.
Okay, how in relation to stress, how does it change your stress levels when you return back to the life that you're living?
Well, in death there is no more stress of the identity and body. It's totally gone, because you're not in the body anymore. The identity of the body, well, put it this way. You know, all the pressure and expectation that you're under at the moment, and all of the drama that you've had as this person, and all of the worries and fears and anxieties that you've had, every one of those is gone. Because they're only inside this, they're only connected to this body, this brain, this apparent individual called Arwen. They're only hers. So if we take her out of the equation, they're all gone. They're absolutely gone. And so then if you come back into this body with the stresses, you now know they're a temporary manifestation of an apparent entity here. So it's nothing to really worry about, and you're going to drop that one day, so it's all temporary. It's also unavoidable, the decay of the body, the aging of the body. Like, it's unavoidable, so you're no longer running away from it, you're no longer trying to end it. You know it's going to end on its own at some point, so you can relax. How about you learn to enjoy the show? Life here is not about you as the individual being. It is about the experience of life here. Witness life here. This is a vehicle. It's like a pair of binoculars that you are observing life through. Why make it so much about yourself, your person? Why not be witness? In witness, there is no agenda, there is no authority, there is no duality. There is only oneness for you from that moment on. So it changes everything.
And can you ever fall back into the stress after that point? Can you ever believe the stress again after that point?
It's not possible to believe the stress.
Because it's just completely...
Well, what does that mean? Believe
Dissolve.
the stress? You can't possibly believe the identity. Believing the identity is part of the identity. There is nothing to believe. There is really no agenda. There is really no enemy. So what could you possibly believe? The truth cannot be dictated to you or for you by anyone else. You are all there is. Who is talking? Who is telling the story? If you followed all of the religions back to their source, who do you arrive back at? Same old, same old. Every time. There is nothing to be concerned with. There is nothing to fear. There never was. There's nothing to believe. There is no government. You think the government is in control? No, that's part of the lie. They want you to believe that. Those people who think they are the government, invested in chaos and insanity because it's profitable, and sucking you right into the story through manipulation and fear of death, fear of imprisonment. How could you imprison the universe itself? How can you kill the universe itself? So the belief in it is part of the lie. You can't possibly believe it in reality. And if you're connected to that, you see this. It's not understanding, it's seeing. Knowing, seeing. Seeing clearly. So it's done for you after that. It's totally done.